Hey guys, Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, we're going to be talking about a bunch of cool topics, including the future of Grand Theft Auto Online updates, what we can be expecting next from Rockstar, and all the questions that you guys asked from me today. Now, before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that today's video is sponsored by Dollar Shave Club. So I'm sure you guys all have your daily routine, whether it's showering, brushing your teeth, fixing your hair so it doesn't look like you've just woken up. Well, I bet you don't know that Dollar Shave Club has all your grooming products that you probably use and need on a daily basis, like toothpaste, body wash, hairstyling products, and you probably had no idea that Dollar Shave Club even sold these products. Well, check this out. Dollar Shave Club is basically giving away their daily essential starter set to new members for only $5. So this starter set features 3 trial-size versions of their most popular products that help you stay fresh and clean, along with their executive razor. So in your first box, you're going to get their shave butter, body wash, and their One Wipe Charles, which is by far my favorite. If you guys aren't using that, it's a life changer. You're also going to receive their executive razor, which includes their premium weighty handle and a full casket of cartridges. And after the first box, the replacement cartridges are sent for only a few bucks a month. So this $5 offer is only available using my special link. So if you want to join the club for $5 only, go to dollarshaveclub.com/MrBoss for the win. That's dollarshaveclub/MrBoss for the win. I'll have a link in the description as well. Again, thanks so much to Dollar Shave Club for supporting this video and being an awesome sponsor. But with out of the way, let's not waste any more time and let's get it started. All right, our first question today comes from Ben. He says, "Hi Ross, what do you expect Rockstar will be doing during the maintenance period? And what do you think it means?" So I've briefly explained this in my video I did a couple of days ago. I really do believe this is just going to be routine server maintenance. I explained it like clearing your cache on your phone or your console. It just sort of resets everything. Maybe it fixes some of the hiccups we see in online. Maybe it will make the experience a little bit better. In every patch notes, when Rockstar does a new DLC, always at the top, it says, trying to fix server bugs and performance and maintenance and stuff like that. And we've seen them do server maintenance in the past. I've seen a lot of people say they've never done this before. No, they definitely have. They've described it as routine server maintenance. So I think it's just going to be that. Now, this might be Rockstar preparing for future updates, but I don't think this is specific for an individual future update. I don't think Rockstar is going to add any new content. I don't think we're going to see any major noticeable changes, other than if we load into the game faster, which is just bonus, because that's probably the Achilles heel of Grand Theft Auto Online, not being able to load into the game really quickly compared to other multiplayer games. So hopefully they improve it a little bit. I'm not expecting anything, but if changes do come about, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated. All right, the next 2 questions I'm going to be answering back to back. This first one comes from Seb. He says, "Will we get anything new for the 4th of July, which is probably the next biggest holiday that we could see in Grand Theft Auto Online?" And also Toxic Plays YT, who says, "Since the Nightclub update could be delayed until August, do you think Rockstar will do something a little bit more for the 4th of July update? Like new modes, races, vehicles, or even add in the ground fireworks or beer hats?" So first things first, if Rockstar wants to add a new Independence Day update or 4th of July DLC into the game, there has to be a new update with new content for Grand Theft Auto Online. If that doesn't happen, Rockstar is going to be left with existing content that we've seen from previous years. Now, I think it's looking highly unlikely that an update is going to arrive in the game before the 4th of July, before Independence Day. I think Canada's Independence Day is also really close to America's. I think they're a couple days apart. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they're really close to each other. So I think it's very unlikely that we're going to be getting an update in June, unless it's like a very small surprise one that happens at the end of the month. And if it does, we know nothing about that right now. So obviously, if there is a new DLC, then yeah, everything you mentioned, I'd love to see new vehicles. I'd love to see new liveries. I'd love to see new stuff regarding the Independence Day update. But if Rockstar don't, I'd like them to at least have some fun with the 4th of July update. Like you mentioned, bringing back the ground fireworks, adding beer hats back into the game for a limited time only. That sort of stuff would be really cool. Not just discounts on like the Liberator and the Sovereign, which I already own, so it literally doesn't help me out at all. So that's the sort of stuff I'm talking about. Really fun stuff for the Independence Day DLC, even if there isn't a new update to provide extra content. Our next question comes from Daniel Pinto. He says, do you think the business coming with the nightclub will be controlled inside the nightclub or inside the CEO office or inside any other building we already have? So I definitely think it's going to be controlled inside the nightclub. It's going to work like the biker business and the bunker business, where in that same place, that's where things are produced or manufactured. If you guys remember, or if you played the Ballad of Gay Tony, the nightclub that you ran, Masonette 9, there was like an office that you could go inside. Now, it wasn't as interactive like how it is in online, but the nightclub has like the area where people hang out, and then there's sort of an area for the business executives. And I feel like it's going to be the exact same way in online. You know, you're going to have the main hub of the nightclub where the majority of people are, and then you're going to have an area where you can access your computer, your office area of sorts. And I think that's exactly what Rockstar is going to do here, sort of building off of what they did in the Ballad of Gay Tony. Even though it isn't 100% the same, it's similar. So I don't think it's going to be controlled in the CEO office, and I don't think you're going to be controlling it outside the nightclub either. So I think it's going to stay there. Anyways, moving on to the next question. This comes from Nitrous. He says, do you think we are getting the Jester Classic this Tuesday with official information about the next DLC? So I'm going to be very honest with you. I have not a single clue what Rockstar is doing with the Jester Classic. I think there's literally a 50-50 chance it could come out within the next couple of weeks. I also think there's a 50-50 chance it might be held back to the next DLC so Rockstar can fix some of its bugs, maybe improve some of its modifications and customization options. That would be awesome, but I really have no clue what they're doing. This is like one of the biggest mysteries of all time because Rockstar have never done this before, holding back a vehicle as long as they have, which has been quite strange. Now, as far as official information about the new DLC, I find it very unlikely, but it would be cool if Rockstar gave us a little teaser, like on the Newswire if they said, and stay tuned in the next couple of days for information on the next update. Again, highly unlikely, but it would be so cool if Rockstar actually did that. Moving on, our next question comes from CC Racing, who says, do you think Rockstar is going to give us a small surprise DLC again for June and wait until August to release the big update? So as I touched on a little bit earlier, the only thing I could see for June as far as an update goes is a very small one occurring at the end of the month because QA beta has still not updated, which means we're 2 to 4 weeks away, really 3 to 4 weeks for a sizable update for any DLC to come out. And the QA beta hasn't even updated yet, so we really can't even start that clock. My prediction is that no, we probably won't get anything in June. I have no idea what Rockstar has plans for in July and August. That might be when they start to build up the hype for the next DLC. But I think really Rockstar has a lot to focus on here. They've obviously got the Jester Classic from Southern San Andreas Super Autos, what they're going to be doing with that. They've got E3 with potential Red Dead Redemption 2 information. They've got the World Cup, which they've shown that they are clearly focusing on. So there's a lot of different things that they're balancing. I would love a small surprise update because I think that would just mean we get an official 4th of July update. But I'm not holding my hat on that. I don't think Rockstar is going to do that because it just doesn't make sense for them with all that they've got going on. But who knows? Like I said, they might surprise us, and that's why it's called a surprise, because it would be really pleasant and something enjoyable that I think they could do. Jaden says, what type of cars do you expect there to be in the Nightclub DLC? Maybe cars from Vice City, Liberty City Stories? Yeah, that would be awesome. I'd obviously love to see some more vehicles from the GTA series that we don't have in the game, whether it's from what you mentioned, Vice City, Liberty City Stories, or San Andreas, or GTA 4. I do think we're going to get a lot of cars from the Ballad of Gay Tony and Grand Theft Auto 4, maybe like 2 or 3 from this update. And other than that, I feel like they're just going to add a bunch of random vehicles and maybe some fan-requested cars too. They typically seem to do that, where they add like fan-requested vehicles. We've seen that with the Hunter and the Vapid Ellie. They tend to add vehicles like that. Sort of building off that, our next question comes from Paul. He says, is there any possibility that we get the Space Stalker in this upcoming DLC because of its neon glowing lights? That would be the perfect opportunity to add something like that because of that nightlife, nightclub theme, having the Space Stalker in the game. We've seen Rockstar add single-player vehicles in the past, like the Duke of Death. I don't know what update they added that in, but they sort of did it at the end as a drip feed vehicle. So I could see them doing the same thing here, adding the Space Stalker into this update as sort of a little fun vehicle that they throw along there at the end. That would actually be quite nice to see Rockstar do that. They've had this vehicle blacklisted now for a really long time, so it would be cool to see them finally add it into the game. And this update would make sense. So I think that would be really, really cool. Bullbreed says, if available for purchase, do you think Bahama Mamas will be the most expensive club given its location and hype? Oh, absolutely. Number one, not only is it the most obvious nightclub we have in the game, but number two, it has the location, it has the hype from previous GTA games, from the Ballad of Gay Tony. I would say that one, probably Tequila La if we can purchase it. And then some of the bigger ones that I've looked at in previous videos, like the Vault, that big bank-looking building with the yellow and blue lights, that'll probably be up there as far as price goes. I think it's going to go by location and hype, like you mentioned, those exact two things. But by far, Bahama Mamas will be on the top of that list. I can almost 100% guarantee you that that's going to be the case. Dan Dillon says, do you think there's a chance we could get more dispatch service missions soon? I hope. It seems like a lot of you guys enjoyed them. I think that the dispatch service missions was Rockstar testing some new stuff for maybe free mode missions going forward in the future. Who really knows though? But I would love it because they were actually a lot of fun and I quite enjoyed them. Did you guys enjoy the dispatch missions? Let me know in the comments down below. And our final question today comes from Aaron Stuke, who says, do you think the nightclubs will have car storage in there? Because I don't know about you, but I'm running out of space. I am running out of space, Aaron. And I hope they have some car storage. That would be awesome. Like, imagine, you know how I was talking about earlier, how you have the area the public sees at the nightclub with like the dance floor. And then sort of on the basement level, you have like your office and a garage. Maybe it's a small one with like 3 or 5 vehicles. That would be so cool to have cars in your nightclub. I would absolutely love that. That would be the coolest thing ever. It's like when you see those multi-million-dollar houses and they have like their cars in their living room. Stuff like that looks awesome in my opinion. So yeah, I hope so. That would be super cool. I would totally pay for that update if Rockstar added that as a nightclub add-on. Anyways, that's all the questions I'm going to be answering for you guys in this week's Q&A video. Hopefully you did enjoy. As always, if you want to be potentially featured in the next one, all you got to do is go down in the description, follow me on Twitter, and just be sure to use that hashtag AskBoss, and you might find yourself featured in the next one. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care. And I'll see you guys in the next video.